Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my tiny closet. So I am here with you guys today to share a fun little video that has been requested and that I thought would be a lot of fun to tell you guys about. I'm sorry, I have a cat who's trying to be a part of this video in many ways. So if you see her, you know what's going on. She's just trying to be a part of the Simply Happy Marlo little video going on here. But today's video is just all about secondhand and how wonderful it can be. And so let's just jump right into this by telling you guys that you guys can obviously get clothes. For example, the shirt, the blouse that I'm wearing today is from a secondhand store. I absolutely love it. It was only $1. At the community thrift store that I went to. I absolutely love it. And that is just one of the many places that you can go to pick up clothes. You can go to pick up household items, kitchen items, home decor. I mean, you name it. There are ways to buy it secondhand instead of going to a major brick and mortar store. And so let's just get right into clothes specifically, since I'm in front of my closet. Some of the best places to go are, of course, thrift stores, consignment stores. And so just make sure there's tons of sites out there to help you with this, but what I like to do is I just like to write consignment stores in and then, into Google, and then insert your city or your zip code, and it'll tell you all of the stores close to you that are thrift stores or consignment shops, and you can just go from there, see which ones are close, see which ones are of interest to you, and some even have some really good pictures so you can kind of see what the store looks like from the outside or from the inside, whether you think it's worth going to or not, and if it'll have some of the items that you are looking for. You can also go to community swaps. Definitely look this up, I would suggest, on Facebook. There are a lot of community swaps where in the community that you're a part of, or in the city or town that you live in, there are places where on certain days of the month or a couple of times a year that you can go to and are completely free and open to the public event, where you can go to these specific events, and if you are wanting to get rid of clothes or anything else, you can bring them to this community swap. Sometimes it is just clothes, sometimes it's not, so you just have to look and see. But most of them nowadays are posted on Facebook, as well as a few other sites that I will be mentioning. You also might want to try doing a friend swap. So friends that you already have in the area that you are, or if you're starting somewhere new, if you've moved to a new city and you want to get to know people, and you are, looking for jobs, you are looking for just people to meet in general, you can go to some of these community swaps, and if you know anybody that in the area that you've moved to, of course, you can reach out to them and they can help connect you with different people. I apologize, Roxy is in the background meowing like a crazy cat. But anyway, through friend swaps, you can do the same thing where you guys go to, maybe one apartment of one friend one time, one apartment or house of another friend another time, and you bring the clothes that you want to get rid of, they have the clothes that they want to get rid of, and you kind of just swap clothes, and especially it works out well if you really liked an outfit on them that they're happening to want to get rid of and donate. So that is a great way to get rid of clothes without having to, of course, put them in the landfill. That's the whole point of secondhand, is to keep things from going into the large landfills that are here in our country and here in the United States. So a lot of this is helping out with that. There's some wonderful selling and buying apps. There is ThriftUp, which is all thrifted clothes. There's other stuff that's sold as well. There's a couple of home decor pieces. There's some handbags for women. There's a whole bunch of stuff that is sold, but it is mostly a clothes thrift store, just online. It's a wonderful place. I will make sure in the description below to put the website so you guys can have immediate access to ThredUp and sign up. Another two apps that I personally use and that I have not only bought things through, but that I have sold through is Mercari and Poshmark. I will, of course, make sure in the description below to share with you guys my Mercari and my Poshmark. I'm not on Mercari. I'm currently selling one item, and I'm not currently selling, I don't think, anything on Poshmark. I do take breaks every once in a while from selling stuff on there when I don't have anything that I'm really wanting to get rid of. And so I will definitely be sharing those with you guys. Then the same thing really goes as far as household. There's just a couple of more places that you can check out as far as when you want household items, whether it is home decor or kitchen or living room or playroom for kids or what have you. There's so many places to get what you all want without having to buy. And that's the whole, of course, purpose of buying secondhand, is that you don't have to go and purchase these items, or you're going to be purchasing them at a very, very lower price by buying it through somebody else, by buying it secondhand, whether it's at a thrift or consignment store, or it is through your community, or doing a swap of some kind, or even purchasing through an app. It is a wonderful way to meet new people. And so for household items of any kind, you can of course go to thrift stores. You can go to consignment stores, because even consignment stores have household items. A wonderful place is FreeCycle. I will make sure also in the description below to link the general FreeCycle website, and from there you can of course pick your city and state, and it shows you, and you can sign up for emails from FreeCycle, and it's literally people putting stuff up for free. So you don't even have to pay for it. No discounts, no, half the price that the item was purchased, that kind of deal. It is all for free. You can, write a post that you're in search of something specific. So if, let's say, you want pots and pans, you can make a post that you're in search of pots and pans, and a whole bunch of people in the area that are wanting to get rid of their pots and pans for whatever reason, whether they're moving or they bought a new set or whatever the item is. It is a wonderful place to go to. Of course, when anybody has stuff that they are getting rid of, they post it on FreeCycle. And of course, if you want it, all you have to do is email the person, meet up. I suggest, of course, just like anybody would, meet up in a very public place. If you feel that comfortable, and it's especially in your neighborhood, you can, of course, if you feel comfortable, go to their house, or them come to you for the purchase or exchange, whatever is going on there. But if you just want to be safe, on the safe side, and it's not within your neighborhood, and you don't know necessarily the people that you're purchasing the product from, I highly suggest going to a public place. So of course that can be a gas station, that can be the parking lot of Target, of Starbucks, wherever you choose, just so long as it's public. So just in case, if anything were to happen, hopefully obviously it won't, but if anything were to happen, you are in the public, there's people around that you can alert right away. It very rarely happens. I do want to let you know that. I'm not saying it to scare anybody, of course, but you just want to be, of course, on the safe side. Then there, of course, is community and neighborhood listservs and groups search on Facebook. All you have to do is type in your city and state and just put, for example, let's just use Miami, Florida, because I was born and raised in Florida. You would just put into the search bar in Facebook, Miami, Florida yard sale, and I'm sure there will pop, I'm sure a list of groups that are doing yard sales, online, where people post pictures of what they're selling online and it's a yard sale online, then you can join that group. There are flea markets that you can join in on. There's all kinds of groups out there. So definitely check out Facebook groups and become part of your local community listserv. I happen to be a part of my local listserv in my neighborhood, and it is absolutely the most wonderful thing in the world. I absolutely love it. Whenever I have stuff that I want to get rid of, I put it up on the listserv. Whenever I'm looking for something, I always in search of it, and I just like getting the notices from around the community. If a certain, if programs and events are happening around my area, that's also posted in the listserv. So it's a wonderful thing to be a part of. And of course, if you are new to a city, it introduces you to new people and to that city in general. And then of course there is the LetGo app, the OfferUp app. There's so many wonderful buying and selling apps that you all can check out. So definitely check out those. But I recommend all of this, especially, if you are starting out, you're just moving out of your parents' place, you are just moving out of, college dorms into your own place, whether you're, it's just by yourself or sharing with somebody. But you're starting out, you want to, be purchasing all of this new exciting stuff for your new life, new adventure. Or if you're just moving to a new city. Hey, I did that 5 years ago. I moved to my current city here in Pennsylvania 5 years ago, and a lot of my shopping was done through going to thrift stores and getting to know neighbors around the area and joining the listserv and doing all of these wonderful things and joining FreeCycle and all of that. I've been able to get so many items that I wanted and that I needed because of all of these wonderful secondhand places. So I highly recommend you check them out. And like I've mentioned a couple of times now in this video, it's a great way for you guys to meet new people. If you're wanting new friends, or you just want a new group to hang out with, or you're, into something specific, programs, events of any kind, it is a wonderful way to get to know your, or even if you haven't moved and you're in the same town or in the same city and you just want to get to know more people, or you just want to get out there and do more things. So many of these listservs and community swaps and all of that is a great way to do that. So definitely check it out. And then just in general, as far as, your community and your neighborhood, it is a great place to sell items. It is a great place to ask for items that you want, so that you don't have to go buy the item specifically. I know we all love, Target and Walmart and Big Lots and all of these wonderful, huge stores, and they're great. Don't get me wrong. But, sometimes there's times where you just don't want to spend so much money on a specific item that you're looking for, and you want to be able to purchase it at a better discounted price, or perhaps even free, if you get so lucky as to get the item for free. This is the best way to do it. So I definitely recommend that. Of course, when you're wanting an item, you can just put want and the item in, the Facebook group or in the community listserv, whatever. You can, of course, also list items that you're putting free up for grab. So definitely, be sharing those. When you are coming across items that you want to get rid of, you don't quite want to donate them to necessarily a thrift store for whatever reason. Or just maybe, you want it to go to somebody that could use it in your community, whether it is a fellow neighbor, whether it is somebody new moving into the area like you might have done, in previous years, whether somebody, is just in need of something that you have that you don't no longer want or use. It is a great way to look for stuff, and it is a great way to find stuff. And of course, helping out the community in general is a wonderful thing. By shopping small, which I'm a huge supporter of. Don't get me wrong, some of these clothes were, purchased at major brick and mortar stores like Target, and a few other stores. Some of these, like I mentioned, this was purchased at a community thrift store. So you just gotta find what works for you. But it's a great way to give back to your city, your town, wherever you may live. It's a great way to get to know people and meet people. and it supports small businesses. So you're not giving money to all of these huge companies and corporations. You're giving them to the people that are in your community. You're supporting each other, whether it is, a free item or whether it is a heavily discounted, priced item. Whatever it may be, you're supporting the people that you're making a purchase from or gaining an item from, for example, for free. You're getting to really know and love your neighbors, and that is one of the most important things, just in general to me specifically. I love living in the community that I live in. I love supporting the community that I live in. I would much rather go to a local small business, whether it's for food or for clothes or for household items. I'd rather get it from there. I deeply love Amazon Prime. I must admit, I do definitely buy items through there somewhat often, but I, of course, whenever I'm looking for a specific item, I will look for it in any of the, on any of these apps that I've mentioned, on any of these different ways to get items or sell items. I check out first before I go to Amazon Prime or before I go to a huge, company or corporation store. I will always, always, always try to buy secondhand first. And then I will go to a store if I can't find the item that I am wanting. So that is it. I know it is a somewhat short video, but I wanted to share this all with you guys. I hope you certainly enjoyed it. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Let me know that you enjoyed it. If you want any other videos like this of any kind, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I love having you as part of the Simply Happy Marlo channel and family. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to hit the red button and do that. And also, don't forget, hit that notification bell button so you get notified whenever I upload, because I would love for you to know when a new video is coming from me. I usually do videos every 2 weeks, so that is really it. That's all I have for you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed, and make sure to tune in for another video coming to you in another 2 weeks. All right. Bye, y'all.